Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Golden Goal Show. Welcome to Season 6, Episode 23. Here on a lovely day after some footy we had for the past couple of days in this nice holiday break. But everybody would like to say Happy New Year and welcome to 2026. Hope you're having a lovely time. You're watching on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, TikTok, Instagram Reels, all of that. Watch us on Reckon Brahim Diaz's beautiful Moroccan foot. He is a beautiful magician. Yes, everybody, welcome watching the show. Let me first introduce you to my co-host of the show. Hasn't been here when he hasn't. He's been here when he has been. That makes so much sense. He is a fan of Bayern Munich. How are you doing, Mr. Typical German guy?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing decent, as much as a decent man can do decently. So hey, we played Porty the past couple of days, so playing can't complain. Good stuff. Good stuff. Well, ready? Great stuff. Let's now get into flash to this. Ready? Boom. There, it's done. And I'm going to press this button. Everybody, let us now get into the first segment of the show, which is indeed the breaking news going on in world football with the world football's breaking news. So nice, I said it bloody twice. Can't you believe that? But yes, everybody, let's get into the breaking news. So, the first breaking news is indeed about Tottenham's future captain lauded for life-saving actions after a horror incident, as he is acclaimed to be a hero. So yes, Tottenham loanee Luka Vuskovic was praised for his super quick thinking that stopped a rival player from swallowing his own tongue. And yes, the 18-year-old defender continued to make headlines for all the right reasons during his loan stint at Hamburg. And Tottenham signed the Croatian starlet from Hunčik Split in September 2023 and is yet to play a senior game for the club. The FIFA rules overseas players under 18 delayed his arrival for 2 years, with Spurs fans getting the first look at him this summer. Yes, Vuskovic scored and assisted in an unofficial debut 2-0 preseason, and it was looking very good on the loan. So yes, what happened? So former Leeds United player Rasmus Christensen was left in serious danger after swallowing his tongue, having to appear to be knocked out of cold in a clash with Miro Muhen. And Vuskovic instantly stepped in to assist his stricken rival, with his actions hailed to be on the Bundesliga website as potentially life-saving. And he said this: he was a hero of the weekend when they played Eintracht Frankfurt, and Rasmus Christensen smashed into München, one of Vusković's Hamburg teammates, and they both looked in a pretty bad way. And despite only being 18, Vuskovic ran across to make sure Christensen wasn't swallowing his tongue. He was super quick thinking and lauded for that. It's just in keeping the way he's been, and not just really good for a team. He's aimed to avoid relegation as well too for the team. And yes, Vuskovic suffered a baptism on fire in his debut. What the hell is this actually? But honestly, the only thing I'm going to say this right now is good for Vuskovic. Being that young and being able to be a leader, go do that. But definitely has some medical training. Very good. All right, good stuff. Okay, the typical German guy, medical related. What do you think about Vuskovic doing a nice little nicey?
It's good to see players that have some medical knowledge, even especially in emergency situations. It reminds us that they're more than just footballers.
There we go. Beautifully said. Beautifully said. All right, everybody. Let's now move on to the next breaking news. So, indeed, the next breaking news is indeed about Diogo Jota's children share heartwarming moments with Virgil van Dijk before Wolves match. And yes, indeed, Virgil van Dijk ensured that Diogo Jota's children's afternoon was extra special as Liverpool beat Wolves 2-1 at Anfield. Tributes were paid to Jota as his two former clubs played against each other for the first time since he tragically died in July. And yes, the Portugal international's family were invited to the Premier League clash as special guests by Liverpool. And as a part of that, his children were given the opportunity to be with the mascots and walk out with Captain Van Dijk. Jota's two sons, Dinas and Durta, joined the Red skipper as he entered the pitch before the match against Wolves. His wife, Ruth Cardosos, was watching from the touchline as the emotional moments happened. After the team emerged, Jota's children then shook the hands of the Wolves players with the Liverpool squad. They just joined Van Dijk for a kick around in the front of the Kop, as fans sang "You'll never walk alone" ahead of the kickoff. And supporters clapped as they approached the penalty area, and the moment was filmed by someone in the stands. And Dennis and Durta, the sons, looked to be enjoying themselves, kicking the ball right in front of the goal that their dad scored in many times. So yes, very, very cute, touchy mood for Diogo Jota's kids and as well for the whole Liverpool squad. So yeah, nice stuff. Okay, nice to have a lighter note of news on this show for once. All right, Mr. Tickle Jemmerger, one or two noise about Diogo Jota's sons and Liverpool.
I would just say that it's touching to see a club that cared so much for a former player and is still honoring his legacy to this day,
There
even
we go.
after everything that's happened.
Very well. Very well. All right, okay, that was that breaking news. Move on to the next breaking news. So indeed, the next breaking news is indeed about Andy Carroll faces possible prison sentence and is due in court. Well, that's a big break from the last breaking news. So yes, Andy Carroll is due in court on Tuesday after he was charged with breaching of a non-molestation order. The former Newcastle, Liverpool, and England striker was arrested in April as he is due to appear in Chelmsford Magistrates Court. A statement from Essex Police says a man has been charged with breaching a non-molestation order. Andy Carroll, 36, of Epping, was arrested on April 27th and alleged offences to relate to an incident in March. He is due to appear in the Chelmsford Court on December 30th. A non-molestation order is a court injunction issued to stop a person of communicating with another individual. It can also stop someone coming with a certain distance of a specific address of a place of work. And yeah, the punishment for breaching such an order ranges from a fine to a 5-year prison sentence. Okay, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I feel like every breaking news we cover with some footballer doing something shady. But hey, like I said, it could be wrong. You never know. Happens all the time. False accusations, but then again, it'd be right. If that is right, bad boy. Very bad. Okay, interesting. Okay, Mr. Typical German guy. Wanted to word about Andy Carroll being a little naughty.
You know, I wish they would just call it what it is, which is basically a restraining order. I'm not sure why they use the legal phrasing they did, but it's kind of sad to see somebody getting involved in a situation like that. But that's why you have to follow the rules, and the law is the law. So
Yeah, it's very true. Okay, let's move on to another breaking news about the show. So the next breaking news is indeed about AFCON team forced to use 3 goalkeepers in the bizarre scenes during the defeat to Nigeria. And yes, indeed, Uganda were eliminated from the African Cup of Nations after a madcap 3-1 defeat. The Nigeria saw them use 3 goalkeepers. So Paul Putt's men finished rock bottom of Group C, having failed to secure a victory that would have kept their tournament alive. The Cranes should have fascinated their chances of upsetting a rotating Super Eagles side who already secured a top spot for the knockout stage. The Nigerian coach Eric Chell made 8 changes from the starting 11 for his sides winning against Tunisia, but it made a little negative impact. So the Super Eagles took the lead inside the hour, but ex-Southampton man Pachu Odejato ended a 4-year international goal drought. The now Trabzonspor striker, who was relegated twice with the Saints, stuck into an open goal before chaos unfolded. And yes, Uganda used 3 goalkeepers. What happened? Uganda's 40-year-old goalkeeper, Dennis Onyanga, suffered an ankle injury and managed to play through the pain barrier until the break. However, his second half replacement, Salim Jamal Mogula, was on the pitch for just 11 minutes before he was shown a red card, as Uganda's substitute goalkeeper had lost his place in the team after conceding 3 during the Cranes' 3-1 opening loss to Tunisia, and the 30-year-old rubber stamped his honor AFCON by receiving his marching orders, but all to seal his country's fate. And yeah, Magula was red card for a bizarre incident which he used his hands to stop Victor Osman outside his area. And yeah, that is indeed what happened. So, hey, why not? Why not use 3 goalkeepers? You have those. I mean, I thought only teams have 2 goalkeepers, but it actually does make sense now. So, I mean, you never know. They could just put like a nice little Franco Ribery in goal. That's happened before. Or Kyle Walker. That's happened before too. Very interesting. Okay. Mr. Reserve guy. 1-2 ways for 3 goalkeepers for 1 team.
yeah, no, it's certainly a unique situation. I don't think that's really happened in a while. Something like that has occurred, but it's kind of sad too if you think about it. I mean, you would like to go out in your last match with some form of pride, and unfortunately, they were unable to do that. So,
Very true. Okay, everybody, gonna move on to the next breaking news, which is honestly another African Cup of Nations breaking news. So the next breaking news is indeed about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, an ex-Premier League star is banned by Gabon as team disbanded after AFCON exit. And yes, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has been banned by Gabon national team after their exit of the African Cup of Nations. The Panthers were eliminated from the group stage of the tournament in their arguably their worst AFCON outing in their history. Gabon's Minister of Sports announced that the suspension of the national team. They said this, given the Panthers' disgraceful performance, the AFCON, the government has decided to dissolve the coaching staff and suspend the national team until further notice and exclude players of any sort of playing with the team. And yeah, former Arsenal Chelsea forward Aubameyang was named alongside his former Cardiff City centre-back Bruno Okulomanga as the two players were officially excluded from representing their country. And yeah, this came after their 3 straight losses, and the Gabon president saying that it was worrying erosion of patriotic spirit in the management of sporting affairs, and the lack of method and desperation of resources which they currently had. And yeah, it was kind of bad. I mean, the players are criticizing the management, which is not good as well. Is not good as well. So yeah, what do you think? What are you gonna do about it? I mean, they're probably the best players. So, oh well. Okay, Mr. TGGS, what's your words about Gabon dissolving their national team squad for being doo-doo in AFCON?
You know, that was insane to me. I mean, if you want to talk about the definition of being a sore loser, that would definitely be one of those situations. Because the thing is, even when they inevitably end up reinstating the team and everything at some point or another, that's gonna leave a kind of a black mark on their record. And the people of Gabon are certainly not gonna forget that. So, not to mention, I can't believe they actually banned some of their best players. That doesn't make any sense. So you don't do well in the tournament, and then you get rid of your best players. That's just asinine to me.
Yep, very true, very true. Okay, well everybody, that was SAF breaking news. We can now move on to the last breaking news of the show. So the last breaking news of the show is indeed about Enzo Maresca and shock Chelsea exit to major relationship breakdown as preferred choices emerges. So Enzo Maresca has left Chelsea after a total breakdown in relations to the club. And yes, Maresca's shock exit comes after an 18-month in charge, having won the Conference League, Club World Cup, and then led the Blues back to the Champions League. Relations behind the scenes has been strained for some time, and it's understood that Maresca, who had the contract until 2029, has waived his compensation. He missed his post-match media duties following the 2-2 draw with Bournemouth on Tuesday night, and another sign that was all not right, and that his injury was to illness. Understood, but that was not the case. In December, he claimed that many at the club were not supporting him of the team. Maresca described that lead up to the 2-0 victory over Everton, the worst 48 hours at the club, and key talks were held New Year's Day where Maresca's future was decided. Chelsea had just won 1 game in 7 league matches. Blues faced Man City on Sunday, the Etihad, which will see the under-21's head coach Callum McFarlane said to be in charge. What was wrong for Maresca? Understood that the main issue was the medical department. Chelsea were adamant and they must be anonymous from the manager. And Chelsea are understood to be unhappy with the 20 dropped points in the Premier League and Champions League. Maresca is also understood to have talks with Man City for replacing Pep Guardiola and has come over a surprise club. So what did Chelsea say? They said this on a post on early Thursday morning. Chelsea Football Club and head coach Enzo Maresca have parted ways, and blah blah blah. They already talked about what they're gonna say, so it is what it is. And who might be Chelsea's next replacement? It's understood that Blue Coat employee and Strasbourg manager Liam Rossigna is the preferred choice to replace Maresca. Rossigna has impressed key figures at Stamford Bridge after guiding the French side in 7th place for his debut season, which is Strasbourg, which is owned by Chelsea's owners as well too. So yeah, I mean he was already viewed as a replacement for Maresca anyways, but it can be so interesting because he's doing so well with Strasbourg, and just to take him out of that, just like yoink, you're here now. That's gonna be bit messed up, but hey, that is business. It is business. And a bunch of Chelsea fans want all the owners' responsibility out. So, shock. Very big shock. Okay. Mr. Typical German guy. One or two words about Chelsea leaving the Maresca.
I think it's absolutely insane to be doing that at the midpoint of the season when overall Chelsea is really not doing too badly in terms of keeping up with the top five and then subsequently still also being at play in Europe. So, if to tell you the truth, it really reminds me of when Bayern decided to sack Nagelsmann in replacement for Thomas Tuchel
Yep.
because they were in competition for DFB Pokal, UCL and Bundesliga, and then they bring in this new coach, and all of a sudden they end up with nothing at the end of the year. And I think that's what more than likely will end up happening to Chelsea, other than of course the Club World Cup prior to the season. So, it should be interesting to see how this develops.
I agreed. I can't wait for a 12-0 defeat on Sunday with Chelsea and Man City. I will be there no matter what. Okay, everybody. That was indeed the breaking news going on world football with the world football's breaking news. Oh, cool. All right, sorry. I'm gonna press this button now because why not? I press this button. Nope. This one.
Suey, baby! Oh my goodness, bro.
Beautiful. Okay, everybody. We can now get into the next segment, which is indeed the top 5 leagues in Europe with the Premier Leagues, everything. The 5 leagues. I'm sorry. Okay, well the first league is indeed the league that's been going on for the winter holidays. It is indeed the Premier League, the English league, where they speak English. Fantastic. Okay, let's get into it. So the standings at the moment say this in the Premier League. First place is Arsenal. Second is Manchester City. Third is Aston Villa. Fourth is Liverpool. Fifth is Chelsea. And sixth is Manchester United. Going down the table, 18th place is West Ham United. 19th is Burnley. 20th is Wolverhampton Wanderers going down. The doggies cannot swim. Ooh, okay, sorry. Well, yes, the top goal scorers for the Premier League at the moment is indeed first Erling Haaland with 19 goals for Manchester City, crazy. Second is Igor Thiago with 11 goals for Brentford. Then third is indeed Antonio Semenyo with 9 goals for Bournemouth. Well, soon to be Man City, but yes, good on the lads, proud of them. Alright, match day 19, let us get into these lovely holiday fixtures. First match was Burnley and Newcastle. 1-3 for Newcastle, winning away. Good win for them, pushing them up to nice little 13th place. Next match was Chelsea and Bournemouth, 2-2. Yeah, it was a tough match for Chelsea, but Bournemouth putting up a good fight. Good for them. Currently Chelsea 5th place. Next match is indeed the Nottingham Forest and Everton. 0-2 for Everton, winning away, beating Nottingham. Good for Everton, currently 8th place. Next match, West Ham United and Brighton. 2-2, a tie right there. Decent result for both sides. We can move on. Next match, Arsenal and Aston Villa. 4-1 for Arsenal, battering Villa as well too. This was in London for Arsenal, but it's also on the top of the table right now, just 3 points. Actually 4 points ahead of Man City. Good for them. And yes, Gabriel absolutely memeing the rest of the Aston Villa side. It's funny. Okay, next match was indeed Manchester United and Wolves. 1-1. Bad result again for Ruben Almiron and Manchester United. And again, this was in Manchester, so embarrassing. Alright, moving on. Next match, Crystal Palace and Fulham. 1-1. A tie right there. Yeah, it was a good match, but Fulham did equalize in the last 10 minutes, which was good for them. Very good for them. Alright, and I can just say, honestly, the next 3 matches. Liverpool versus Leeds, Sunderland versus Man City, and Brentford versus Tottenham. All were 0-0. You could have taken a nice little nap, or just watched the Crystal Palace Fulham match because it was 1-1. But yeah, all 0-0. Very fun. Good job, guys. Just making football fun. Okay, anyways, we can move on to this. Okay, I'll just ask first. Mr. Typical German Guy, who is your Premier League Matchday 19 Player of the Week?
That is a great question. To tell you the truth, I don't know if I could really choose one. I don't feel like overall there was truly a standout star this weekend. I feel like even the more lopsided results usually were more of a team efforts. And of course, a lot of the ties, truthfully speaking, were not particularly exciting. So I guess if I had to choose a player based off of the results, I probably would say Trossard.
There we go. Yeah.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, he had a goal and an assist for Arsenal. So he's really the only standout player, I feel like, from this whole week of matches at this point.
There we go. Yeah, fair show. I agree. Okay, love yourself, everybody. That was indeed the Premier League. We're now move on to the next week, which is indeed the La Liga, which is indeed the teams in Spain that speaks Espanol. All right, well, they haven't played, obviously, since December 22nd, 1st, whatever. But yeah, I can go ahead and say the league table at the moment. First place, Barcelona. Second, Real Madrid. Third, Atletico Madrid. Fourth, Villarreal. Fifth, Espanyol. And sixth, Real Betis. Going down the table, 18th place in Girona. 19th, Real Oviedo. 20th is Levante. Going down. Top goal scorers for La Liga at the moment is the first Kylian Mbappe. That was loud, with 18 goals for Real Madrid. Next is Ferran Torres, with 11 goals for Barcelona. Third is Vidal Muriqi, with 9 goals for Mallorca. Yeah, so indeed that was the La Liga, and there should be more fixtures in the next week. Can't wait to go over that. Right, moving on to the next league, which is indeed the Serie A, where they play in Italy and speak Italian. Oh, mamma mia. Okay, so the league stands as this in Serie A. First place is Inter Milano. Second is Ete Milano. Third is Napoli. Fourth is Roma. Fifth is Juventus. This is Como. Going down the table, 18th place is Verona. 19th is Pisa. And 20th is Fiorentina, still going down. Alright, the top goal scorers for Serie A at the moment is the first, Arturo Martinez with 9 goals for Inter Milano. Second is Christian Pulisic with 8 goals for AC Milano. And third is Hakan Çalhanoğlu with 6 goals for Inter Milano. Good on the lads. Alright, match day 17, let us get into the fixtures. So, first match is Parma and Fiorentina. 1-0 for Parma. Fiorentina just dropping 1 points, no surprises. Next match, Torino and Cagliari. 1-2 for Cagliari. Good win for them, winning away, pushing them up to 14th place. Next match, Lecce and Como. 0-3 for Como, battering Lecce at their home. And Como, good for them, good 6th place right now. Next match, Udinese and Lazio. 1-1. Oof, not the best result for Lazio, but yes, good draw for Udinese. Next match, Pisa and Juventus. 0-2 for Juventus, winning away in Pisa. Yes, good win for Juventus, currently in 5th place. It's okay. Next match, AC Milano and Verona. 3-0 for AC Milano. Good, solid victory for them, winning at home in Milano. And as well, they are currently in a nice little 2nd place. Next match is indeed Cremonese and Napoli. 0-2 for Napoli. Comfortable winner as well too for them, winning away. And yeah, good job for them, currently in 3rd place. Next match, Bologna and Sassuolo. 1-1. Sorry there. I know. We take it, we leave it, and move on. Next match, Atalanta and Inter Milano. Oof, good match here, but 0-1 for Inter Milano, winning away in Atalanta as well too. Currently in 1st place, 1 point ahead of AC Milano. And then last match was at Roma and Genoa. 3-1 for at Roma, winning at home. And yes, good win for them, currently in 4th place. Lovely stuff there. Alright, Mr. the German guy, who is your Serie A Match Day 17 Player of the Week?
I will be honest, I didn't really watch many of these matches, but if I had to choose one, I'd probably say Højlund.
There we
For
go.
Napoli.
That's good. Always pick the ex-Manchester United player who's doing better. Or Scott McTominay. One of them. Hey. Anyone that leaves. Okay. Lovely. Alright, everybody. That was the Serie A. We're going to move on to the next league, which is the Bundesliga. The German league. Let's speak Deutsch. Very good. Alright, yes, they haven't played since a long time, December 21st, because they actually enjoy winter holidays and don't want to kill the players. Wow, take notes, every other league. Just kidding, they like the money too much. Alright, but yes, the Bundesliga at the moment is saying this. First place is Bayern. Second is Dortmund. Third is Bayern Leverkusen. Fourth is RB Leipzig. Fifth is Hoffenheim. Sixth is Stuttgart. Down table, 16th place is FC St. Pauli. 17th is Heidenheim. 19th is Mainz. Going down. Alright, the top goal scorers for Bundesliga at the moment. The first, Harry Kane, with 90 goals for Bayern. Crazy. Second is Dennis Undav, with 8 goals for Stuttgart. Tied with him is Jonathan Bachat, with 8 goals for Eintracht Frankfurt. We ask good stuff from Bundesliga, and we can just move on because we already went over this. Alright, next is indeed Ligue 1, which is indeed the league where they play in France. and they also speak Francais. We love that. Right, well, indeed, Francais. They haven't played in a long time, since December 14th. So, it's going over their nice little league at the moment. So, standings say this. First place is Rennes. Second is PSG. Third is Marseille. Fourth is Lille. Fifth is Lyon. Sixth is Rennes. Going down the table, 16 is Ayer. 17 is Nantes. And 18 is Metz. Going down. The top goal scorers for Ligue 1 at the moment is first Mason Greenwood, with 11 goals for Marseille. Second is Esteban Lepal, with 8 goals for Rennes. And tied with him is Joaquin Allegili, with 9 goals for Strasbourg. Good on the lads for football. But yes, love stuff. Alright, moving on to the next league, which is the MLS and Saudi Pro League, because Messi, Ronaldo are still playing here, and I have to say the names because why the hell not? Alright, yeah. So MLS, they're not playing. Inter Miami won this. Everybody knows. Come on, with the times. Yes, good job for Messi. Keep on, whatever. Alright, Saudi Pro League is indeed Al Nassr is first place. 31 points, just 3 points. JK, yes, 1, 2, 3. No, 2 points ahead from Al Hilal, the second place. And yeah, top goal scorers for Saudi Pro League is the first, Mr. I'm gonna press the button because why the heck?
Suey, baby! Oh my goodness, bro.
And the other one, because I know happened. Another Sui, somewhere here. 3, 2, 1. That's Michael Jackson. Bloody hell, what the hell am I doing? Okay, well, anyways, yeah, he has 13 goals for Al-Nassr, so good for him. Alright, well, now maybe we can go over the Champions League and Europa League and Conference League, but we haven't done that. If you want to check that out, go see it in another episode, because, yeah, it's been a long time. I haven't seen that in forever. Alright, we can now go on to the next league, and I'm going to press this nice little button. Never supposed button.
It's time to go!
Yeah, we can now get into the next tournament that's going on right now, which is indeed the AFCON, the African Cup of Nations 2025, with Hakimi, Salah, Victor Osimhen, and all the lovely players playing right now in the tournament. We go on to that then. So, yep, tournament started like this. Group A was Morocco, Mali, Zambia, and Comoros. Group B was Egypt, South Africa, Angola, Zimbabwe. Group C was Nigeria, Tunisia, Uganda, and Tunisia. And then Group D was Senegal, Democratic Republic of Congo, Benin, and Botswana. Group E was Algeria, Burkina Faso, Equatorial Guinea, and Sudan. Group F was Cote d'Ivoire, Cameroon, Gabon, and Mozambique. These are the teams that qualified to the AFCON 2025, which is being held in Morocco as well too. And yep, currently the top goal scorers for the tournament at the moment say this, with Ayoub El Khabi with 3 goals for Morocco, tied with him is Brahim Diaz with 3 goals for Morocco as well too, and then tied with him Riyad Mahrez with 3 goals for Algeria. Big up those lads doing great stuff. And then the players with the most assists at the moment is indeed first Adebello Lookman with 2 goals for Nigeria. Assists. And then Alex Iwobi with 2 assists for Nigeria, and Anis Haj Musa with 2 goals for Algeria. Assist, gosh damn it, for Algeria. Yeah. So yeah, that was the African Cup of Nations. Currently, with that, but we have to say the teams that qualified, because now the round of 16 is here, and the teams that did qualify was indeed first, the team that's going to play each other, Morocco versus Tanzania, the round of 16, South Africa and Cameroon, Nigeria and Mozambique, Algeria and Democratic Republic of Congo, Mali and Tunisia, Senegal and Sudan, Egypt and Benin, Cote d'Ivoire and Burkina Faso. Ooh, this could be some great matches coming up as well too. You see here, Morocco could play Nigeria, Algeria in the semifinals. You never know. And the other side, it's nice little Egypt, Cote d'Ivoire, the reigning champions of AFCON. Senegal as well too is pretty good, and yeah, could be good. Some underrated sides as well too. So, just to ask you, Mr. Typical German guy, who do you think is going to be in the final? 2 teams are going to be in the final. I'll ask you first, Mike.
I feel like, based on what I've seen about the results so far, I could definitely see it being Egypt versus Morocco. That'd be an interesting one.
It would.
Because I feel like it's also possible that maybe Senegal could get through as well, but the rest of the teams on the right side, I don't feel like have been consistent enough or have enough talent to really compete with Egypt or Senegal. So that being said, and then of course on the left side, I don't think there's any question that Morocco possesses the greatest amount of talent at the moment compared to the rest of those sides. So, and of course, they also have Hakimi back now too, so it makes a big difference.
Okay, yeah, that's a fair show. Fair show. Okay, well, everybody. I mean, I'm gonna say from my side at least, I think it's gonna be Algeria's a great show. Not gonna lie, but it has to be Morocco in the final, and I believe that they might play. And I could be boring and say Egypt, but I do want Cote d'Ivoire. I do love Cote d'Ivoire as well too. So I'm gonna say, I believe. Okay, whichever way. Did you say who's gonna win? You think Morocco's gonna win it?
I feel like if it comes down to it, that because of their amount of quality and their attacking and defensive options, I feel like Morocco is the most likely to win AFCON this year.
Okay.
Especially after their previous performances as well. So with the World Cup in 2022, I mean, a lot of those players that were younger now have, of course, matured more. That makes a big difference. So we'll see what happens, but I could see it happening again.
Okay. Ooh. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna say as well too. I believe Morocco. Then I believe I want to put Algeria as well too. But Morocco, I believe in the final is gonna be with Silva, and I believe that Morocco is gonna win. I hate to be a freaking boring MFer, but yes, that's what I believe is gonna happen. So yeah, AFCON. That's what happens. Very cool. Can't wait to see these teams that are gonna play each other because it's gonna get intense. If you haven't been watching AFCON, oof, they get intense. Not the best football, but it does get intense. That's what we love to see. Okay, already that was indeed the AFCON 2025. Can't wait to see what happens there. We're now move on to the next segment, which is indeed I'm gonna press this button first. Press this button.
Cheers, Jeff.
So cool. Okay, ready? Now get into the next, which is indeed the I just stuttered so bad. The football memes of the week, part of rival banters. We talk about the breaking football memes that happened this past week, and Jamal is our nice little mascot. Okay, well, the first meme is about the 2026 because it's a new year, everybody, and yes, there are time zones, which is crazy. Can't you believe there's time zones in America? The world is flat. Boom. But yes, first meme says, time zones are crazy, bro. Australia is in 2026. UK is in 2025. While Arsenal fans are stuck in 2024. Boom. You know why? Because that's the last time they won. Prem. But yes, very, very funny. Liverpool, pretty sure they posted this. Yes, it was a Liverpool fan. So, very good. Very proud. Okay. Interesting. Let's now move on to the next meme, which is it's a meme about Luka Modric. And yes, there's a picture of Luka Modric when he signed for AC Milan, and he's in the kit that he signed for with Milan kit, and he looks like he's about to age like 70 years. He looks like an old uncle man. And yes, and it said in the caption that someone tweeted this picture. He said, "It's been 6 months, and no one has used this because Modric is that good." And to be fair, one of the best players in Serie A, and one of the best players at AC Milan, if not the best. So, yeah, not surprised. He's a workhorse. He is the Croatian magician, nutrition. In other words, what's another word that rhymes with that nutrition? Mr. Typical German guy, please give me one.
What?
Yes.
You completely lost me with your train of thought.
As I should. It's nutrition, magician, tactician. What's another word that rhymes with it?
I'm not really sure there's that many, to be honest, that I can think of off the top of my head. A Croatian mathematician.
There we go.
Croatian tactician, mathematician. There you go.
Boom. Boom. Trigonometry in his passes. Love that. Okay. Let's now see the last meme of the week. And yes, there's a nice little picture that Hakimi posted on the holidays with his brother and sister. And it's crazy. You posted Hakimi and siblings, and someone said, tweeted against the picture saying, they look so much like Hakimi her, Hakimi, and Hakimi him. It's funny, they actually all do look alike. Very, very nice. Happy family. Good for them. Happy holidays to them. Okay, everybody. That is indeed the lovely football memes of the week. And I'll press this lovely little button again. And press this nice little button.
I think we have to save Jumanji.
Suey, baby!
Oh, I pressed it too much.
Segan is just a spectator and looks down at him and says, that's not human. And it is not. It is superhuman.
Well, it's talking about me. Just kidding. I'm not. But yes, everybody, let's now get into the next segment, sir, which is indeed the... Welcome, everybody, to the Golden Goal Show football quiz. Let's now go ahead and say the rules.
Hi, everyone and everybody to the Golden Goal Show football quiz. Aye, Suey. The guests will answer a series of football-related questions to test their alpha, beta, sigma knowledge in football. So whoever has the most correct questions answered by the end of the quiz wins an all-inclusive tropical cruise with Big Benzema. Oh no. JKLOL Stinky, you get a crisp high five. Good luck, lads.
Okay, Mr. Typical Jungle, you watch every AFCON 25 match in all this year. Are you ready for this AFCON quiz?
I'm ready for it. Let's go.
So if I have a lot to prove,
Cool. All right, well, question number 1. You better get all these correct, or else I'm taking away your Xbox controller that you're playing with right now. And yes, okay, I don't know. That was a bad threat.
That's a terrible punishment.
So sorry.
Do better.
I'm sorry. Okay. Question number 1. Which country is the host of the Africa Cup of Nations 2025? Simple one. Simple one. Is it Egypt, Morocco, or Senegal? You have 10 seconds.
Morocco.
Okay. Well. Not. Oh, you got this wrong. Can't believe. No, it's not Senegal. Egypt is indeed correct. Question number 2. Which nation is the most recent AFCON championship entering AFCON 2025? Is it A, Algeria, B, Senegal, or C, Ivory Coast? You have 10 seconds.
May you repeat the question one more time?
Which nation is the most recent AFCON?
Ivory Coast. I don't know.
Okay. Yes, it is indeed not. Oh, so sad. Algeria. Is it Senegal? It is indeed Mr. Ivory Coast. 2. All right. Question number 3. How many teams are scheduled to compete in the AFCON 2025? 16, 24, or 32? How many teams? You have 10 seconds.
32.
One. You stick with the 32, mate?
Yeah.
Okay. What the hell was that? All right. The correct answer is not 16. Is not 32. Is indeed 24. Yep. I mean, it was a lot less than World Cup, obviously, because they want to put every team in there. So, yeah, that's probably why it's taking such a short time to complete this tournament. Cool. All right, yeah, it was a 24. All right, question number 4. Which Moroccan city has the AFCON historically major AFCON matches? Okay, let me read this again because I am brain farting. Which Moroccan city has historically hosted a major AFCON matches and is expected to be used in 2025? Is it Tangier, Marrakesh, or is it C, Casablanca? So which Moroccan city has historically hosted a major AFCON matches and is expected to be used in 2025? You have 10 seconds.
Casablanca.
That is not Tangier. It is not. Marrakesh is indeed the right. Nice. 3 for 4. Not bad. All right. Last question. Which player has been one of AFCON's all-time top goal scorers and could feature in the 2025 if selected? Is it A, Mohamed Salah, B, Samuel Eto'o, or C, Didier Drogba? You have 10 seconds.
Didier Drogba.
Okay. I don't know what that was. The correct answer is indeed not Mohamed Salah. It is not Mr. Big Man, Didier Drogba. Samuel. Oh, whoosh.
The corrupt politician.
That's okay. Oh, that is actually true. Crazy. All right, well, yeah, you did decent, mate. I'm just gonna give you a nice little this.
That is sensational.
And this.
High five.
This.
Oh, let's go. That's class.
Let me talk. Let me talk. Let me talk. Let me talk.
Right, that's what you get. Okay, well, everybody, that was indeed the Golden Goal Show football quiz. Very fun. We had a great time, and we also did this.
Wow, wow, wow.
Right, well, everybody, I hate to say it, but I'm so sad. I can't believe I'm doing this. Ooh. All right, everybody, that was indeed the show. Thank you so much for joining. I had a great time. I hope you all had a nice little time. Welcome to 2026. I can't wait to do more episodes with you lads. And yes, if you're listening in Antarctica, give a high five to a penguin. Maybe give him a hug. Maybe just say Wagwan happy feet. That's what I say to my penguins all the time. Yes, everybody. Lovely, thank you for joining, Mr. Typical German guy. Thank you for joining the show and winning the Golden Goal Show quiz. You are so smart.
Yes, I had so much competition, and I didn't know if I was going to make it to the end, but I'm proud that I did.
Anytime, mate. You lasted longer than any Chelsea manager. So I'm proud of you, mate. Very good.
That's actually kind of impressive.
You're welcome. Yes, everybody. Thank you for watching the show. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share it. Start sharing it. Tell us again that Brahim Diaz. He's cool. He's cool. He's a good lad. Okay. Bye, everybody. As we say in the show. 3, 2, 1. Repeat after me. 1.
One love for football.
Love football. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.